Okay, guys, welcome to the debates of David Teacher's class. I think you guys will have a lot of fun discussing this cutting-edge matter, and I guess you guys will share very constructive ideas, and there's ground rule that you must follow and respect each other, right? And don't say any swearing words. If your opponent if your opponent keeps talking to you, and just let the person talk enough, and then you can counterattack. Thank you very much. And I think this is a timeless. I mean, there's no such thing like a time limit. Okay. Who do you think is going to present the general ideas? Okay. Which side do you belong to? Are you from the pros? Are you from the cons?
We're from cons.
So what is the motion? So everybody, motion. The motion is the topic. So this time the motion is, do we have to undergo the COVID test mandatorily, right?
Yes.
So you guys, your team, Molly, is going to say that it is unfair.
Yes.
It is unfair. Expect don't have to be tested mandatorily this time, right? Okay, continue.
We claim that it's not okay for expats to be tested mandatorily. This problem is directly connected to their life. I'm sure angry at this problem. 1 minute and 1 second are urgent, but it is ridiculous to only care about foreigners. I can't understand why should we agree this problem. Mandatory corona testing for foreigners means that human rights are violated.
This is Korea. We must obey the laws of Korea. The law is to be obeyed. That is why in Korea there is a law. The number of corona patients in Korea can continue to increase because foreigners do not test for COVID-19. The government made this law because the government had an idea. Even if this isn't the US, we have to take care of foreigners because there are some humanity. If our country doesn't take care of US and just take care of Koreans, it is racism.
Yes, but what if the corona is over and foreign countries asking for our mistakes and put our economic situation at a disadvantage? It may bring bad effect, and if our country is in an awkward situation, they may not help. Namely, this law can have negative impact on the future.
And why should we have to follow the law? Because most importantly, our country is a democratic country. So I asked about 30 people this matter. The result is like that about 20 people choose cons. Most of them said like this: at the time to care for foreigners, take care of Koreans first. Korea should take care of Koreans. Why is it only foreigners obligated? I want to ask you, all countries closed airports last year, but not Korea. It's the government's fault, so why should Koreans be thrilled?
If you are a foreigner workers, do you want to affect other countries because of COVID-19?
What did you say?
If you are a foreigner workers, do you want to affect other countries because of COVID-19?
I think Ted is generally telling you that, let's say you're a foreigner and you are going to influence the country you're staying.
Or I want to answer, but we
I want to answer this one first.
Okay, let him finish. Continue, Ted.
Yes.
Okay. So you want to ask them?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we question.
No. Ted wants to ask you a question. So answer it. If you are a foreigner, then yes.
Well, we question first. 그러니까 저희가 제일 먼저 질문했어요.
Okay. What's the question again?
All countries closed airports last year, but not Korea.
Okay, she said last year, when the spread of COVID-19 was rapid, almost every country closed their border, right?
Yes.
The airports, international airports of each country, like a lot of countries, shut down. But there was a few countries whose airports were open, one of which was South Korea. That means South Korean government was welcoming those who come from other side of Korea. Then?
And we think it's the government's fault, so why should Koreans be thrilled?
Why should Koreans be thrilled?
Yes.
You mean terrified or threatened?
Yes.
Okay.
Foreign workers don't like this law. Go his home. If he don't like it, why they live here?
Okay. Ted generally says, if you are not happy with the country that you are working for, you're not happy with their regulations, their laws, simply you guys can leave. They can leave.
If foreigners don't like it, they have to go back to their hometown.
Yeah. But that's not yet. And what do you think?
How? If they have no money to go abroad their country, for what they have to do?
They have to follow the law. They have to follow the law because they don't have money.
If anyone has to take the COVID test examination, the person has to stay in his or her residence or accommodation, like house, which means the person can't go to work, so they won't be able to create any opportunity to make money. Okay, so most foreigners they're running their businesses with tight budget, or they have to work for Korean companies. They can't stay away from their workplace because of the visa, the period of their visa. The visa may expire soon, so they can't stay home for a long period of time. So they don't want to get tested. Okay?
And more than 90% of the newly infected patients are Koreans. Also, surprisingly, foreigners accounted for 6.3% of infectious in Seoul from January to March. So, if government are going to do it, this law, so all Koreans should be tested for COVID-19 test.
Yeah, I think that's fair. If expats are subject to the mandatory examinations, why can't Koreans do such a thing?
Because Koreans have a lot of people, but foreign workers has a less of number. So
Okay.
we can test them first.
Okay, that sounds little reasonable. Foreigners must undergo the test first because the foreign community is quite small, much smaller than that of the Korean, because Koreans are majority in this country.
But I said that most Koreans have infected than foreigners. So
Sunny's side is basically telling you, when you take a look at the statistics, simply you can get to know that more Koreans, a lot, like more than 8 times more than the case of, expect confirmed positive COVID test.
So I think if foreigners have to test the COVID-19 test, Koreans have to do that too.
Good.
Foreign workers do at first and later Korean people will do.
Yeah, foreigners must do it too, must first, because that's the law. When you are in Rome, you have to do as Roman does. You know, Romans do. It means if you go to in Rome, you gotta do exactly as the Roman people do.
Can I say one
Yes.
sentence? And there is a word that when in Rome, do as Rome do.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, so I want to say too.
That is another other
But
country.
it is similar.
And this is Korea. Our country is democracy and
Roma was not a democratic. Rome wasn't a democratic society back then.
But it is
Now, Rome is actually the capital city of Italy. Italy is a democratic society. But when the Same was created long time ago, Rome wasn't a democratic country. It was the republic country.
Now is a democracy.
Yeah, now it's. But when the expression was made, Rome wasn't a democratic country.
Okay, I understand. I have an opinion to you. Can you listen?
Can you answer my question?